Hello, everybody. My name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today, we're going to do a follow-up on the Brian Houston court case. Brian Houston has been acquitted in Australia of concealing child sex abuse. So we're going to be talking about this story. But first, I want to let you know Evangelical Dark Web is a Christian news gathering and commentary ministry. You can support us over at evangelicaldarkweb.org/join. That's our Patreon-like system. But we also have a free Evangelical Dark Web newsletter. And the least you can do is like this video and subscribe to the channel and podcast if you are new. Now, again, we have a quick little article that we're going to use for this. So Brian Houston not guilty of sex abuse cover-up, and the long legal process of Brian Houston has concluded with a verdict of not guilty. Brian Houston was charged with concealing his homosexual pedophile father's crimes against children in August 2021. Basically, he concealed an indictable offense, did not report it to the police. And this dates back to the 1970s when he knew and did not bring the information to the police. Now, Australian news outlets are reporting Houston's acquittal. In delivering his judgment, Magistrate Christophe told the court Mr. Houston was informed by Mr. Senstock, and that's the victim, by the way, and others that he did not wish to make a statement to police and repeatedly relayed that information to church. He states, I'm not satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt that the Crown has proved that the accused in not reporting the matter to police had no regard to the wishes of the complainant for that not to occur, he said. Therefore, I'm not satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt that the accused did not have a reasonable excuse for not reporting the information he had to the police. That being the case, he continues, of the elements of the offense before the court remains unproven and therefore must be not guilty. Perhaps this will lead to a resurgence of Brian Houston's reputation in Australia, as Houston has already began his comeback. So, not listed in the article, we did ask at the time, our Australian friend from down under, the other Paul, if you're familiar with his channel, you should check it out. So we asked the other Paul about this very court case at the time 2 years ago. And he did say at the time that it was a dubious case. A lot of this was media hype because even though Brian Houston is a false teacher, even though Brian Houston is not a Christian leader, even though Hillsong is not a legitimate church, there's still a segment of which people will go after them because they associate them with Christianity at large. So to some degree, he speculated that the case was that, or we speculated that the case was this at the time. To another extent, we discussed how difficult this would be to prove in court. Apparently, someone saying that they don't want to go to the police is apparently a reasonable excuse in Australia. Now, is that a reasonable excuse before God? That's a different question, but that's not the legality of the case that we were discussing. Brian Houston has been acquitted, but again, he's still a false teacher. Don't listen to Brian Houston. That's all I got to say about that for today. My name's Ray. This is the Evangelical Dark Web with a quick Christian news update.